said you would. I believe, I believe, I believe you will turn my sorrow into joy. Calm the storm with just your voice. Do everything you said you would. I believe, I believe, I believe you will. Hey, good pleasure. You guys really got that there at the end. All right.
Well, while Jeremy's here, we want to get to know you a little bit while we have the time here on Sunday nights.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Louis, my good man. So, Jeremy, if you guys don't know, if you guys watch American Idol or The Voice, yes, this is Jeremy. He's been on it. So, we want to get to know you a little bit. Tell him, first question, how did you come to the Lord? How did this all start for you?
Ooh, what kind of church is the Packinghouse? Is the Holy Spirit here?
Oh, yeah.
That was a joke. You can't laugh. Oh, yeah. It's going to be awkward. No, I like to say I think I came out the womb speaking in tongues because my mama, she, again, please laugh because this gets awkward. Thank you, Roxy. No, I've known the Lord since I was a little boy, man. When I was born, I actually needed a liver. I had a defective liver. I was on a transplant list, and my mom just believed her God was going to heal her son and he was going to take her promise from her. And so I have loved Jesus from day one because before I could speak, he was speaking life over me, man.
Wow.
And so there's never been a day for me without him. And I thank God for that. I know that's not everybody's experience, but he's been good to me, man. That's how I know him, because Wendy loved him first.
Wow.
Wendy's my mom. Yeah.
Wow. So mom loved him first.
Yeah.
That transfers to you.
Yeah.
Wow, so she's given you life and God's given you life for real. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story. Okay, last time you were here, got to know you a little bit, and he has this amazing story about his daughter and recovery, and I asked him earlier if he would share a little bit about that journey and what that was like. Go ahead, you take it away, tell us the story.
Yeah, so I grew up in New York City. Anybody from New York?
Any New Yorkers out there? They're all Red Sox fans. Yeah, no Yankee fans here.
Oh, I gotta go.
I don't know what the score was. We beat you guys last night. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, sorry. We want to get deep here.
And so, no, I grew up in New York City. I grew up in a big Puerto Rican family, and my parents, I've got 5 siblings, and one of my siblings, her name is Amy. Man, you want me to cry tonight? Because I feel it.
Well, last time I heard you tell the story, I almost did, but my tear ducts don't work anymore.
Well, mine overflow. And my sister, one of my favorite people on the earth, and so she always has been. She's always been my closest person, but she's always had a drug addiction. Since I was a little boy, I've never known a time without Amy being addicted to drugs. Anything you could imagine, and the worst you could imagine at the same time. And that struggle of hers, as she ended up becoming a mother at a young age, it never allowed her to be the mom she always wanted to be, because she, to this day, still wants to be that mom. But it gave me the greatest responsibility of my life. And so my mother got temporary custody of Jocelyn, who's my daughter now, when Jocelyn was 2 years old and I was 13. I started raising her then with my mom. And I ended up doing a TV show called American Idol, and I was 18 years old, I think.
Wow.
But I remember being that young boy looking at this little baby girl suffering from the trauma of being ripped away from her mom. And I remember making a promise to God at that age that if he would provide for me, I would make sure that that little girl never felt like that ever again in her life. And when I went on Idol and I came off the show and I was ready to pursue the dream and I was going to get a record deal and I was going to do it, I saw my mom having a tough time raising this little girl on her own. Jocelyn is going into middle school at this point, and I just told myself, I remember the conversation with God. It sounds crazy, but right after Idol, I made the decision. I let go of everything that was happening for me, and I got a job at a church so that I could get a salary and health insurance.
Wow.
And I, through the state of Florida, became a dad legally to my daughter now. So I've been Jocelyn's dad for 11 years or so, and I appreciate it. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was talking to her before I walked into service tonight. All that to say, that I get to be her dad because of my sister's struggle, and that is a very odd situation, because there's no lifetime in which I'm not a father to Jocelyn. Best thing that's ever happened to me. But there is this longing in my heart for the healing that I believe God would bring for my sister, and so it is always this kind of very polar opposite situation, but somehow aligned. And you know, it's just been a lot of trusting God, believing Him that He would do all these things. And so these songs that you're hearing, these are my songs. They're coming off my record that's coming out in July.
What's that called?
So the album is called The Waiting Room, which I'm really excited for, man, because it really, to be honest, after I laid the dream down and became Jossie's dad, stood in the thick of just grieving the dream, right? I ended up getting a phone call from the producers of The Voice. Rob, I don't know how yours came, but mine came, not a phone call, an email from them. And shout out to my friend Rob, who's your worship pastor. We were on The Voice
Rob,
together.
he was on The Voice, yep.
And that's where we met and became buds. And they reached out, and I remember thinking, because they told me, hey, we know that you're on Idol, we love your story, if you'd be willing to share, we'd love to bring you on our show. And so I was like, first of all, I was like, God, I'd be like, yo, God, like, he's in the ceiling or something, like, you're gonna do this right now? There's no way. That ends up changing my life. I do the show, come off the show, sign a record deal with Capitol Records and UMG, wow. And that has blown my world up. We got a song on the radio, and just all the things, God's been faithful. But even in that, it's felt like so much of a waiting season. And I just thought the title track of the record is called The Waiting Room, and I remember the day we wrote it, how we cried, because I just kept telling God, you didn't give me all this just to be here and here. I didn't see what was going to happen yet, but I was believing that He would be the God that showed up every single time since I was 13 that I knew He was. And that's what He's done, man. And so the whole record is just songs of the reality of what it's like to feel like you're in a holding pattern and a waiting room, and not like fluffy Christian music, which I love fluffy Christian music too. It's awesome, and I got some of those. But the real stuff of what it's like to be frustrated with God sometimes, and to be doubting, and to try to find the belief. And so, yeah, that's what the record's called.
And I know you're going to share a song with us from the record tonight, right? Yeah, okay. Three more of them. Okay, but before I get you onto your next song, how do you know Steven Tyler? You guys know who Steven Tyler is? Okay, everyone under 30, do you guys know who Steven Tyler is? Yeah.
I was about to do Dream On.
Yeah. Okay, you guys hear it? Yeah, cool. I think we hear it in the grocery stores now, but it used to be on something called MTV, and they had music on the show. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I know Steven Tyler because I was on Idol. He was a judge with Jennifer Lopez and Randy Jackson. And so,
okay. Randy Jackson, that's who the other guy was, Rob. We were trying to figure it out.
There you go. And so Steven's cool, man. And I remember we had a moment backstage where he was running to the restroom. I was like next on TV where we're filming or something. And he stops backstage and he's just like, hey man, I just want to tell you that I know that God brought you on this show because He's about to propel your life. And like, wow. He said, I love the Lord. He said, and people have like this perception of me. He said, but I love God. I love Jesus. And he was like, but it's very clear what He's going to do in your life. And people are not going to question it. You're called to this thing. And you're going to change millions of people's lives by being here. He was like, I love you. I just feel like you're an angel that God sent to us on this show. And that stuck with me, dude, in a way. Like, I was kind of like, I could be lying about this right now. Like, it was just me, his bodyguard, and him. So, like, nobody else saw it. But his bodyguard looked like he wanted to kill me because he was going to be late. But it was really cool, man. It was really, really cool to know that.
I love those in-between moments of ministry. And who would have thought the prophet, Steven Tyler, prophesying over Jeremy here.
Amen.
Okay, well, let's get to another song. Let's check it out. Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, so we got 3 songs for you guys tonight. If that's cool with you, are you having a good time so far? Welcome to Church in the Cafe. This is a cool vibe, man. I'm kind of all over. My mind's all over the place. We got 3 songs. This first song is a song called "Hero in the Room," and it's a song that's completely changed my life. I grew up in a little bit of abuse as a child, some emotional, verbal abuse that was pretty bad. Not my parents, they were amazing to me, but they didn't know what was happening from my family. And I recognized at the beginning of this year that I needed to heal, and I needed to finally surrender these things to the Lord. As I'm going around the country and telling people to trust God, I needed to let these things go. And so we went into this writing room, and this was one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I just sat there with 2 of my best friends that are also writers, and I said, fellas, I'm about to like lay my heart out to you, and I don't know if this song will ever come out. My album was already done, and as we finished the song, we sat there, we realized, wow, this is going to be one of the most important songs of my life. And I remember going to my team that night and saying, this song's gonna change everything. I need you to just believe me. Guys, this happened 10 weeks ago when we wrote this song, and you cannot get a song to come out that fast when you are in a company. And I remember them looking at me like, there's no way. But overnight, this song ended up changing my world, and God's used it. Millions of people, millions upon millions of people have been so impacted by it. So anyway, this is called Hero in the Room, and I hope it ministers to you tonight. 7 years old and crying, middle of the night and lying on the cold bathroom floor. Turn on the faucet, nobody would have to hear me. Too young to understand the feeling or the sound that my heart makes. The second my heart breaks, the people I love the most didn't protect me from the lies that were spoken. But there in that moment I know that I had a hero in the room telling me the truth, that I'm good enough. Oh, how you'd fight for me, standing in between the enemy and me. I might be bruised, but I'm alive because I had a hero in the room. Oh, from a teenager to a father, my niece is now my daughter. I'm only 13, I'm rocking her to sleep. The bedroom I grew up in, feeling unworthy, that I wouldn't have. Thank God that I had a hero in the room telling me the truth, that I'm good enough. Oh, how you'd fight for me, standing in between the enemy and me. I might be bruised, but I'm alive because I had a hero in the room. Oh, a hero in the room. You were my fire, Father, light and provider. You put me on your shoulder and said it wasn't over. Shelter, defender, you were my protector. You made me who I am. Thank God that I had a hero in the room telling me the truth, that I'm good enough. Oh, how you fight for me, standing in between the enemy and me. I might be bruised, but I'm alive because you were my hero in the room. Oh, my hero in the room. I had a hero in the room. My hero in the room. Hero. Thank you. So, guys, I know you're adjusting. For the sake of my voice, I'm gonna need you guys to help keep that mic up if we can, please. Thank you. That song has completely changed my world. It came out 2 months ago now, and it's just healing people. God's using it. I'm watching people's comments and their messages and the testimonies. I'll share this with you real quick. I don't know how much time I have. Pastor Rick said I had time, but he might regret it now. I'm so sorry, man. But I opened up my TikTok the other day. My team runs most of it because I don't want to get too caught up in it. But I opened it up and I saw this comment, and this person said, I decided that I was going to give up last night. I pulled the pills out and I was going to end my life. And he continues to say, oh man. He continues to say, I just couldn't take the pain anymore of the things that have happened to me. And he said, and I was going into my phone, like, for one last time, and I accidentally clicked the TikTok app. He said, and this video was the first thing that popped up. And I heard this song, and it stopped me. He said, I'm alive today because you filmed that video and you posted it. And I said, like, hit me like a truck, man. I said, this is so much bigger than me. This is so much bigger than name and whatever. This is about people's eternity changing because God's using the music. And I share that to tell you, like, I ended up hearing from him again at a show like a week or two later, and I was able to just like celebrate, like, yo, look what God has done. And so, anyway, I thought that was a powerful thing, man, and the stories have been pretty incredible. Moving to this next song, it's a brand new song called Keep Holding On. This is probably the second time I've ever sang this, so it might be terrible. Please laugh. Thank you. You guys just stay there, like, guys. One more? Okay, we're running out of time. I'm talking too much. Anyway, I'm gonna sing a song called Keep Holding On. Please come. I've got a little tiny table back there in the corner. You can pre-save my album for free. You can buy a shirt if you'd like to support the ministry or whatever. But this song's called Keep Holding On. My sister, the last time I came here, I let you guys know she celebrated 2 years of freedom. Praise God for that. Have an update that's not so beautiful. She had a relapse at the beginning of the year, and I share it because she allows me to. 17 years of addiction, 2 years of freedom, and she's not doing very well right now. Her name is Amy. If you remember Amy's name this week and you can say a prayer, that would be amazing. I was in the studio right before we wrapped up this record, and I thought, man, I gotta write Amy one more song. And whether or not she gets fully healed this side of heaven or not, I gotta give her this last one. And so this is called Keep Holding On, and it comes out Friday this week. And yeah, shout out to my guy here who just learned it 10 minutes ago. Let's go. I know you're tired of holding the weight. Can't keep your head above the water, drowning in your shame. I won't pretend to know how it feels, but don't you forget, you know the God who loves to heal. Keep holding on, it's never too late. Miracles happen when you call upon His name. He's done it before, He'll do it again. And I know I'm begging you to give Him one more chance. What if I told you that the story's just begun? Keep holding on. He knows your heart, holds every piece. All of the broken is in your identity. You are still loved. He's a masterpiece. Darkness bows down to the name of Jesus, and right now I speak your freedom. He's right here, and He's not leaving. Just let your heart believe it. Keep holding on, it's never too late. See, miracles happen when you call upon His name. He's done it before, He'll do it again. And right now I'm begging you to give Him one more chance. What if I told you that the story's just if I told you that the story's just begun? Keep holding on. Thank you so much, church. God bless you. I appreciate you listening to my music. Come to the table, say hi afterwards. Get the song started.